It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. In this video, we're going to take a quick look at the early reviews for the finale of Season 1, Episode 6, called The Last Time, and the reviews are definitely mixed. I think I might have a clue why the reviews are mixed as far as what we're expecting and what we might be getting, where the story might be headed. So we're gonna talk about all of that and try to break down what could potentially happen. Of course, I haven't seen the episode yet. I haven't watched it early because it's not out yet. I haven't received it early or anything. So all of what I'm saying is speculations based on some things they're saying and based on some of the mixed reviews that we're getting. So stay tuned. We'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So some people were able to get early access to the finale, like journalists and people like that, and there are more mixed reviews than just positive or negative reviews. Basically, all of the mixed reviews are saying that it wasn't the best, that they were expecting something different and it doesn't quite deliver. Now, before we dive into that a little bit, I do want to talk a little bit more about something very interesting, because they do say that the finale will have an emotional story. There will be emotional moments. There will be tear-jerking moments and moments where they're kind of showing montages of Rick and Michonne. And a lot of people are speculating that this means that either Rick or Michonne is going to die, and that's why it's a tearjerker. However, I don't think that's what's happening. I don't think any of those two characters is dying. I feel like the tears that they're referring to are probably gonna be coming to us because of either some reunion that's gonna happen, which I don't think is the case. I don't think we're gonna see any reunions, but more likely than not, it's gonna be something where it's going to show some of the most emotional moments from both of their stories. And it's going to bring those back to us, like bring those emotions back to us. And that's why they're saying, have tissues and stuff like that. So I feel like if I'm going to predict, I feel like that's going to be my number one prediction, is that we're going to get some montage like that. And that's why it's a tearjerker. And if that's not it, then the second possibility for me is that it's going to be something related to some reunion, and then the third option is one of these two characters, Rick or Michonne, is gonna die. Now, with that, let's dive a little bit more into why the reviews are mixed. I feel like for the majority of fans, we all agree that there are three big things that we want to see in this episode. And if we don't get all of these three things, we're disappointed. One of these things is for Rick and Michonne to go back home. Even if there is no reunion, go back home. The other thing is a reunion. And the third is some sort of major revelation for the universe. And that could come through the echelon briefing that we're going to get. And I guess there's another one, a fourth one, but one that overlaps the other ones, and that is that it should not be open-ended. If it's open-ended, then we should know for sure there's a second season, so we come back. But if we don't know if we're going to come back, and if it's open-ended, then that could lead to a lot of disappointment. So those four things, I feel, have a lot to do with why episode reviews for this episode might be mixed. So I feel like one of those four things probably didn't happen. That's why there's disappointment there. And I guess there are some that are connected. Like, if Rick and Michonne don't go home, there's obviously no reunion. And of course, they stay where they were. So it's like they're back to square one. So in a way, it's open-ended because we're back where we started, and they might do something in the future where they try to actually take CRM down, but they don't really take it down yet. Something like that. And I think another thing that could contribute to this is underutilizing the big villain, Major General Beale. And Major General Beale doesn't do anything substantial, then it's obviously disappointing. And worse, if they end up killing Major General Beale, all of these things could contribute to why people might not enjoy this episode and might say they're mixed about it. And I feel like, as far as a personal opinion, I don't think Rick and Michonne are gonna go back. I don't think there will be any reunion. There might be some flashbacks and some dream sequences, but probably no reunions. And on top of that, I don't think that there's going to be a conclusion. I think it will be open-ended to a point where they leave it open, where maybe Michonne goes back, Rick stays, and we're back where we started or something. Or it's open-ended to a point where Rick and Michonne can't return because they're captured or something. And it's not like we're back where we started necessarily, but it's open-ended because they might continue the story later, but for now, there's no conclusion, there's no satisfaction, there's no closure, you know what I mean? And last but not least, I do think Major General Beale is going to be an underutilized character. I don't think that he's going to die. I don't think they're going to kill him, but I don't think that they're going to use him for anything substantial. The only thing they're going to use him for is to give Rick the echelon briefing. But he's not going to do anything that's going to make him a character that's comparable to like the Negans and the Governors of The Walking Dead. And going back to what I said earlier, if there are any reunions, I feel like it might be a radio communication reunion and not a real reunion. Like, I don't count a radio communication reunion as a real reunion because it doesn't have that punch that you need for a reunion. Especially since we've been waiting for a long time for Rick to come back and do his thing and kind of get back to the main story in terms of having him be a part of the universe again. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.